We gotta get ready, get ready. We gotta get ready, get ready.
Good evening, everyone. How is everyone doing this evening? How is everyone doing this evening? I am doing well. I am blessed and doing well on this Thursday evening. Just want to share a little bit to you this evening. Gonna be kind of quick because it's about to storm here, and I don't know if you know, but back in the day, my mom always used to tell us, when it's storming, sit down and do nothing. So it's about to storm here in a little bit. But I'm just gonna get on here for a little bit and just talk about how to trust God when life knocks you down. How do you trust God when life knocks you down? And we always get knocked down. Something is always knocking us down. But you know what? It may knock us down, but we don't have to stay there. We don't have to stay there. So I'm just going to talk briefly about, like I said, how to trust God when life knocks you down, how to get back up. How to get back up. So, first of all, I wrote, like I said, I always write stuff down, So, trusting God when life knocks you down can feel incredibly difficult, especially when the pain, loss, or confusion feels overwhelming. But it's often in these very moments that faith is forged and deepened. And here's how you can begin to trust God again and rise after life's hardest hits. And it's not always easy when stuff hits you. It's not always easy to get back up when life hits you and something, like I said, loss or pain, something overwhelming, it hits you. But trusting God to get you back up, you will get back up again. So, like I said, trusting God when life knocks you down can feel incredibly difficult. It can be difficult, especially when there's pain, loss, confusion, or overwhelming. It can be difficult. It could be moments that faith forged and deepened. So here is a few things that I wrote down how you can begin to trust God again and rise after life hardest hits. It's not always easy, and I'm here to tell you it's not. Because I've been hit with some things. I know we all have been hit with something one way or the other. Something has hit us hard, and some of us don't know how to get back up. Some of us are still stuck. But let me tell you, one thing you need to know and to do is be honest. Be honest with God. God can handle your honesty. Pour out your heart. Cry out pain, frustration, confusion, or even anger. You can be honest with God. One thing about God, He already know. He already know what you're going through. He already know. He know you've been knocked down and you're trying to get back up again, but it's a little bit hard. But all you have to do is be honest. Be honest with God. Just like David did. Job did it. Even Jesus cried. Jesus cried, "My God, why hast thou forsaken me?" Even Jesus cried out to him. So be honest with the Lord. Cry out to him. Let him know what it is, how you're feeling. Faith isn't pretending you're okay. It's trusting God even when you're not. I'm going to say that again. Faith isn't pretending you're okay. It's trusting God even when you're not. You can't pretend. Faith isn't pretending that you're okay, because if you're not okay, you're not okay. But it's trusting God. Trusting God even when you're not okay. And that can be hard. And I know it can be hard because I've been there. And I'm there sometimes. I still go through sometimes where, trusting God in certain circumstances, but I come to the realization that I can't do nothing but trust God, because when I can't change the situation, I can't change the situation. So I have to trust God. We have to trust God. You know what I'm saying? We have to trust God. Faith isn't pretending you're okay. You can't pretend you're okay when you're going through something. When you've been knocked down, you can't pretend you're okay. You know, some people, now listen, you got some people that are real good that can put that smile on their face and be like, but me personally, y'all, I'm telling you, I have got better. I'm better with it now. I'm better because there was a time where if I wasn't feeling right or someone right, you know, you would know it. I won't voice it, but you would know just from my facial expression, like, yeah, something going on with her. But I thank God now that things have changed for me, you know, and I really don't, I can't say that I don't feel a certain type of way at times. You know, I still trust God. I still know that faith isn't pretending you're okay. You can't pretend. I can't pretend that I'm okay all the time. If something is going on with me, I can't pretend all the time that it's okay, because it's not okay. But I have faith enough to know that God will take care of whatever the situation is. And He will do the same for you. It's trusting God even when you're not. It's trusting God even when you're not. So even when you're not trusting, you still got to trust God. Still. Thank y'all for joining. You still have to trust Him. You still have to trust Him. You know, pour out your heart. The scripture says, pour out your heart before Him. God is a refuge for us. He's there for us. He wants you to pour out your heart to Him. Even though He already knows. He already knows what we're going to say even before we come to Him. He already knows, but He wants you to come to Him. Pour out your heart before Him. God is a refuge for us. He is where we can go to in time of need. Whenever we need Him, we can go to Him. Another thing is anchor yourself in God's word. That's important. Anchor yourself. You got to get in that word, y'all. You got to get in the word. Study the word. Learn the word. Know the word. Believe the word. In seasons of darkness, His promises become your light. But you got to anchor yourself in the word to know that. You got to anchor yourself in the word. In seasons of darkness, His promises become your light. So you know what? You can start with the verse like, the Lord is close to the brokenhearted. He's close to the brokenhearted. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted. Though I fall, I will rise. These are all scriptures, y'all, that you can go to. I know the plans I have for you. He knows. He knows. And when you can't trust your feelings, trust His word. Oh my goodness, that is just so profound. If you can't trust your feelings, trust His word. You know, because our feelings, listen, our feelings can be all over the place at times. At times, our feelings could be all over the place. But like I said, when you can't trust your feelings, trust His word. But you got to know His word. You got to know His word to trust it. You got to know it. Because you ain't going to trust something you don't know. You got to study. You got to know it. You got to believe it. It's one thing to study and know it, but you got to believe what you read. You got to believe it. You got to let that got to get bedded down into your soul, into your heart, soul, mind, everything. You have to believe it. And a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't. But yeah, let me tell you something. I believe it. Everything I come in here and tell y'all, I'm not just saying it just to say it. It's because I believe it. I've seen God work through my life, and He's still working through my life. I see it each and every day. So when you can't trust your feelings, trust His word. It's that easy. Trust His word. Trust His word for whatever you need. Like I say all the time, the world that we are in right now, you need to trust His word. You got to trust His word. You can't trust nobody else. You can't trust nothing that they say in this world to be true. You can't trust it. You can't trust man about anything. Only person you can trust is God. Because God, He would never leave you nor forsake you. He won't steer you wrong. He won't tell you anything. Listen, you have got to trust him. When you can't trust your feelings, trust his word. You have to trust his word. Hey, sis. Thank you for joining. I see you. But you have to trust his word. The third thing is pray, even if it's just a whisper. Even if it's just a whisper. Prayer doesn't have to be perfect. Sometimes the most powerful prayer is help me. Simple. That's it. Lord, help me. A prayer doesn't have to be perfect. Long as you, however you talk to the Lord, he gonna hear you. It don't have to be no speech, no drawn out. Listen, God said, come as you are. Prayer doesn't have to be perfect. And like I said, sometimes the most powerful prayers is, Lord, help me. Just help me. And you'll be surprised. He hears you. And he will do just that. He will help you. He's just waiting for you to come to him. But he will help you. Keep the conversation going. That's another thing. Keep the conversation going. It reminds you that God is near even when he feels far. Keep the conversation going. He's always there. He's always there. When we think he's not, he's there. He's listening. He's not going nowhere. We tend to leave and give up and be like, okay, you know what? This ain't happening. But God is there. He's listening. He's there for you. Keep that conversation going. Like I said, it reminds you that God is near even when he feels far. Another point is remember God's faithfulness in the past. Remember God's faithfulness in the past. He has brought you through before. If he did it for you before, he has provided comfort, healed you, or carried you. Believe me, he'll do it again. Remember what he did before, because nothing is too hard for God. If he did it before, he could do it again. And I'm a witness to that. I am a witness to that. Because he has done stuff for me before, and he's done it again. And you know what? The funny thing about it is that, we face certain things that come up and be like, oh God, how is this going to work? Or, and we kind of get, a little, I want to say maybe anxious, worried or whatever, thinking, how is he going to do it? But, and I'm thinking for myself, because like I said, situations and things that I've gone through, and then certain other things might come up again differently or whatever. And then I'll be like, oh, okay, how is he going to do this? But then he reminds me, Judy, I did it before. Why are you stressing? I did it for you before. I'll do it again. Because he's not a man that he should lie, nor the son of man that he should repent. If he said it, he gonna do it. He gonna bring it to pass. I just had to learn that, okay, he did this before. And you know what? It could be to us, it could be the biggest thing. To me, the situation that I had going on, I thought, oh my God, how can this even be? But to him, it means nothing to him. The biggest things that we think are huge and hard for God to do, it means nothing to him because he can do it. He can do it. Like I said, if he did it before, he could do it again. He could do it again. And that's what I got on here. If he did it before, he could do it again. He will do it, y'all. I'm telling you. And then it says in Psalms, it says, I will remember the deeds of the Lord. I will meditate on all your works. If he did it before, he'll do it again. Remember about them things that he did for you before. And then the things that you're facing now. Thinking that, can he do this? Will this work? It's nothing for him. It is nothing for God. And I'm so glad. I'm so glad to know that, God can do whatever. He can do whatever, whenever, however he wants to. He can do it, y'all. I'm telling you. Then the fifth thing I wrote down is, Let go of needing to understand everything. Stop trying to understand everything. You can't understand everything. You can't figure out everything. I had to learn it for myself. I had to stop trying to understand everything. Stop trying to figure out everything because it wasn't for me to figure out. Because you know what? When you continually try to figure stuff out and try to understand everything, you're just gonna worry yourself, make your own self sick. I'm telling you, make your blood pressure go up, everything. You have to stop and let go. Let go of needing to know and understand everything. Because you can't. You can't. I'm telling you, you can't. I know I can't. I had to let go. I can't. So you have to let go of needing to understand everything. You might not see the purpose now, but God does. There's a purpose. We all have a purpose. There's a purpose. You might not see it, why you need to let go and why you need to stop trying to figure it out and understand everything. You might not understand why you need to do that. But there's a purpose. There's a purpose. But God knows. You might not see the purpose now, but God does. And I'm so glad. I'm so glad that He does for me. I'm so glad that He sees the purpose that I don't see. I'm glad. Trusting Him doesn't mean having all the answers. It means believing He does. Boom. There you go. Trusting Him doesn't mean having all the answers. But it means believing He does. Believing. You got to believe that He does. You got to believe and know that He answers. He has all the answers. He has them. He does. Believing He does. Who else gonna have all the answers for you? You can't depend on people to have the answers for you, because half of the time they don't even know the answers themselves. So you can't expect someone else to have all the answers for you. You can't. Like it says, trusting Him doesn't mean having all the answers. It means believing He does. Believing He does. Believing God has all the answers. Like I said, your friends, family, they ain't gonna have the answers for you. That's why you need to see God for them answers. You need to believe God for them answers. Believe Him for the answers. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not into your own understanding, but in all thy ways acknowledge Him, and He will direct your path. That's it right there, y'all. Trusting in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not to your own understanding. You can't try to figure it out. You can't try to figure it out. You can't try to figure it out. Lean not to your own understanding. You got to let God do it. Let God be God, y'all. Let Him be God. He don't need no help. He don't need our help. Another thing is to let others lift you. God often shows up through people. Don't isolate yourself from people. God often shows up through people. He will send the right person that you need at that right time. He will send the right person that you need at that right time. Don't isolate yourself from people when you're going through or something, or when you feel like there's nothing or no one else around, whatever. Don't isolate yourself. God often shows up through people. He will send people that is there just when you need. Like I always say, you have people in your life for a season, a reason, and a lifetime. You never know why God might bring these people around you, especially when you're going through. You never know. You can also, another thing is, lean on a friend, a church, a counselor, or a community of faith. Me personally, I feel like it's my circle. I have a circle of people. I have a circle. I don't have a whole bunch of friends as per se. I have a small circle. But I have a circle that I know that if there's anything that I need, prayer, I know that they're there for me. I'm there for them. And you want to surround yourself with positive people. You want to surround yourself with people that know how to pray, people that can pray for you, people that can pray with you. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing like having a group of friends or what have you that y'all all on the same page. Now, I'm not saying that, there's not wrong with, of course, you meet people that are not, Christians or what have you, but then you have the opportunity as well to introduce them, to the Lord. But I'm just saying, my circle, I have a small circle, but I thank God for my village, because my village always shows up for me and vice versa. And you need that. You need that. Just like it says in the Bible, bear one another's burdens and so fulfill the law of Christ. That's what it is. We're bearing each other's burdens, and so fulfill the law of Christ. Choose to trust daily. That's another thing. Choose to trust daily, y'all. Choose to trust daily. Faith is a decision, not a feeling. Faith is a decision, not a feeling. Some days it's a minute by minute. Some days it's minute by minute. But faith is a decision, not a feeling. You can say, God, I don't understand, but I trust you. You can say that over and over again. God, I don't understand, but I trust you. I trust you. Choose to trust daily. That's something I say all the time. When I don't understand, God, I don't understand, but I trust you. I don't know why this is like this is, but I trust you. I trust you. You got to choose to trust daily. Even when you don't understand it, because you're not going to understand it. But that's why he said, God, I don't understand, but I trust you. And that's part of my prayer too. There's a lot of things I don't trust. Even things that I go through now or I see, especially in this world that we live in. God, I definitely don't understand, but I trust you. I definitely don't understand the stuff that's going on now in this world, but I trust you. I trust you because ain't nobody else you can trust. Ain't nobody else you can trust. Another thing is to rest in his love. Rest in his love. You are not forgotten, not forsaken, not alone. God said he'll never leave you nor forsake you. You're not alone. He's not forgotten about you. He'll never forget about you. We tend to sometimes forget about him. Now, I'm not saying myself, but I'm just saying as per se, you forget about him. I don't know how anybody could. I can't forget about him. I just can't. I can't forget about him because he's done so much for me. He has brought me and my husband, my family. He has brought us through many trials and tribulations. And I know we're still going through. Because one thing about it, we're all going to have trials and tribulations. We're all going to go through something. But it's how do you go through it? Are you going to have faith enough to believe that God is going to see you through it? Just like it says, I don't understand, Lord, but I trust you. How are you going to handle it? How are you going to handle going through those trials and tribulations? Because it's not easy. Don't give up. You just got to go through it. Pray and go through it. And like I said, you don't understand. Lord, I don't understand what's going on. But I know you're going to see me through it. I trust you. I trust you. And like I said, there's things that I go through that I've been through, and a lot of things that the enemy is trying to have me think otherwise. But you know what? I don't understand it. I be like, Lord, I don't understand it, but I trust you. And I'm not going to let the enemy have me thinking something that is not of him. No, because I trust God. I trust God. That's it. There's nobody else, y'all. I'm telling you. My life has changed so much, so much since last year. Like I said before, I always believe, I always trust God. But my life has changed so much, even more so, since I've experienced the diagnosis that I got last year in July. I mean, that has brought my life so much closer, my faith in God, even more so than it was before. I'm telling you, it kind of like, it just makes you appreciate. You appreciate life, and it's kind of like, oh, okay, yeah. You know, and then it makes you appreciate the goodness of Jesus and what he's done in your life. So, you know, like I said, I myself have to rest in his love, because I know he hasn't forgotten about me. And if he hasn't forgotten about me, I know he hasn't forgotten about you. Because like I always say, God is no respecter of person. What he do for one, he could do for the other. You gotta trust him, though. You gotta trust him, and you gotta believe in him. You gotta trust him and believe in him. And even now, especially now, God is working behind the scenes on your behalf. See, you don't even know it, but God is he's working on your behalf. Things are working out in your favor, and you thinking, oh yeah, this is God doing that. He's working on our behalf. He always works on our behalf. And you got to know he's working on your behalf. Even you don't even know it. He's working behind the scenes on your behalf. The Bible says the Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Be still. Let God be God. But let him be God. There's nothing you need to do. I've learned he does not need my help. Because whenever I try, don't do no good. I'm just pretty much in the way. He's like, be still. Be still, Judy, and know that I am God. Sit down somewhere. Sit down somewhere, because I got this. But I need you to know that I got this under control. And I don't need your help. It's the same for you. He don't need your help. Whatever it is, he don't need your help. He don't need you to put your hand in it or nothing. He just needs you to trust him. Trust him. That's it. That's all you got to do is trust him. That's it. You know, and just continue to lean and depend on him for everything. You don't have it. It's, okay, so I put down, you don't have to have it all together to trust God. You got to have it all together to trust God. He meets you right where you are, especially in your brokenness. Right where you are, even in your brokenness. So you don't have to have it all together to trust God. I don't have it all together, but I still trust God. You do not have to have it all together. Because you know what? Most people who think they got it all together, that don't really have it all together, they got issues. Anyway. You know? So, of course, he will want you to come to him when you don't have it all together. Because like I said, people who got it together feel like they don't need God anyways, or, you know, whatever, because they think they got it together. So you don't have to have it all together to trust God. He meets you where you are, especially in your brokenness. In your brokenness. I'm telling you, God is awesome, y'all. He is awesome. He is so awesome. And you know, I don't know. I can't live without him. I can't. I can't. I haven't even tried. I wouldn't even try. I wouldn't even try. What I had something else. Let me see. Refrain from the situations. Ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me? What is all of this trying to teach me? What is it trying to teach you? Instead of why me, or try what now, or, you know, what is this trying to teach me? every setback contains a seed of growth. Even if it doesn't seem like that right away, every setback is a seed of growth. A setback. Setback for a comeback, I'm telling you. We all have setbacks, but you know what? That means God is getting ready. Something good is about to come forth. That's how I look at it. In my situation, okay, I might have been set back for a minute, but guess what? I'm about to come back stronger and powerful than I was before. And I can honestly tell you, that's where I was. That's where I was before. Because like I said, when I found out the diagnosis last year, boy, I tell you, it was a setback. But I came back in my faith, everything stronger than before. Stronger than before. You know, so I'm telling you, God is awesome. He's awesome. Let me see if I had anything else on here. Let me see. Oh, and another thing too. Remind yourself, this won't last forever. Trouble don't last always. I don't know if you ever heard that song, I'm so glad trouble don't last always. Trouble don't last always. It don't. It doesn't. Pain feels permanent when you're in it, but the storm doesn't last. The storm won't last. Let me see what I have. But no storm lasts forever. Pain feels permanent when you're in it, but no storm lasts forever. And I'm here to tell you, it don't last forever. It doesn't last forever. You actually you've survived 100% of your hardest days so far. I know I have. I don't know about anybody else. I don't know about anybody else's story. But all I can say is I know I have, and I know, and I'm thankful that trouble don't last always. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. Now I don't know when your morning is, but joy will come in the morning. Comebacks are louder than breakdowns. Believe in your comeback. Believe in your comeback. Comebacks are louder than your breakdowns. Whew. Now that's good. Listen, that's good. I even said that's good, and I wrote it down. I wrote it down. Comebacks are louder than breakdowns. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Every scar you carry tells a story of resilience. You may be down right now, but you're not out, and you're not going to stay down. You're going to get back up. Like Donnie McClurkin said in that song, we fall down, but we get up. That's it. We fall down, but we get up. So when we fall down, we ain't trying to stay down there. We ain't staying down there because that's what the enemy wants. He wants us to stay down there. But we're not going to stay down there. We getting back up again. We get back up again. We're not staying there. Don't stay there. Because the devil wants you to stay right there and feel sorry for yourself. And you want everybody to feel sorry for you. And no. Get back up again. Like he said, get back up again. Get back up again. Get back up again. So, yeah, y'all. So, that's it for me. That's it for me. How do you get back up when life knocks you down? That's it. I just want to encourage y'all. That's all I'm here to do. You know, just encourage and share a word that the Lord gives me to share, and that's why I come on here and share excuse me, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, you know, as much as I can, and you know, and pray that it touches someone as well. And I appreciate those that stayed in to listen. I appreciate you so much. And yeah, so like I said, I'm here on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 7 p.m. And I'm also on Facebook Mondays at 7:30 as well. But on Mondays I have a special guest with me. So, and those are awesome Mondays because you know they share their testimonies, encouraging words for others, and it's awesome. It's awesome. God is truly blessing. He is truly blessing, and I'm thankful for that. So you guys have a blessed evening, a blessed weekend. Thank you so much for tuning in, and those who stroll through, what have you. A thank you as well. Blessed evening, and I will see you guys willing on next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Have a good night. Love you guys.
We gotta get ready, get ready. We gotta